Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about how to stop running out of things to say to a woman. So I want to help you guys understand how to communicate better with women, how to talk to them, how to feel more comfortable when you're doing it. So I have some ideas and some strategies in this video that I think you're going to find helpful, with one major strategy that will help your relationship from first date to 50 years from now. So, a lot of people have anxiety when they're first meeting somebody. Perfectly normal, right? And if you think about it, approaching a woman that you don't know can be dangerous, potentially. Because if you think back many, many years ago, if you approached a woman that you didn't know and she had a boyfriend, I mean, this is before labels and stuff, he might come over and club you over the head and poof, that's it for you. So, if you think about it, it's still wired in there. Even though that may have been hundreds of thousands of years ago, maybe even millions, I'm not going to debate that. Regardless, it's wired in us. Going up to a woman you don't know, approaching her, it is anxiety provoking because if you really think about it, it could mean death. It's not likely to happen, it's very unrealistic, and it's an irrational fear, but the potential is there. Maybe 100,000 years ago, it was a lot more likely to happen. So, that's part of the reason you're having anxiety, because it's wired into you. Now, for a lot of people who have attachment issues, this can be even more of a problem than for the average person. Why? Because if you grew up in a home where there wasn't healthy, good communication that did not lead to reciprocation and understanding, then you're really not going to be that skilled at talking to people. You spent your whole life not being able to do it. You don't know how to express your feelings. You don't know how to stay attentive, to be in tuned, to be attuned, to be interested. You don't know how it is to be seen, heard, felt, and understood, because for so long, your entire existence, ever since you were a baby, those needs went unmet. So it's terrifying. And the idea of going up to somebody that you don't even know is even more terrifying, right? Because you didn't learn how to do all those things with your caregivers and the people you're supposed to bond with naturally. So how are you going to do it with a complete stranger? Not going to be easy. I have an email here from a guy who says, "Hi Craig, I have no idea how to talk to women. I mean, it's really, really bad." Okay, it's really, really bad for a lot of guys, so don't feel like, it's that abnormal. It really isn't. In fact, I have heard funny stories about my own grandfather from my grandmother, who said she basically had to approach him and lead everything, otherwise my grandfather would have never found a woman. I don't know, for whatever reason, she was attracted to him. She, from what it sounds like, growing up, I've done some investigating. My grandmother had an anxious attachment style. My grandfather had an avoidant attachment style. So, ta-da, here I am. That goes 3 generations deep. Actually, probably way further than that, with the anxious and avoidant being attracted to each other. So, they go on to say, "I've come to understand my parents definitely have attachment issues. No one talked in my family." I can relate. My mother was anxious, and just like you, she never heard me. He means for me, because I've told you guys in some of my videos, my mom had a lot of anxiety, and when someone has anxiety, they are in survival mode. So all they can think about doing is reducing that anxiety. They can't think about other people, how they're feeling, until their anxiety goes down. Because my mom's anxiety rarely went down, she didn't hear me. Thus, you get a therapist who spends their life listening to people, right? That's how it works. Lucky for you guys. Now, you guys know I do coaching online only. There's a lot of technicalities that come with that. You still get all the education and the experience that I have, but we do coaching. I only do therapy locally. So, not to worry. You are in very good hands with me when we do Skyping together or emails. And let me go on here. He said, my mother was anxious just like you, I mean yours. She never heard me. My father would lock himself in the garage and always complain about everything. He was extremely negative. I never even wanted to get close to him. Who would? I wouldn't want to get close to them either. He says, now I don't know how to get close to the girls I date. You see how it mirrors? I talk about this a lot in a lot of my videos. He's mirroring in his romantic relationships what had happened in his relationship with his caregivers. That makes complete sense to me. Absolutely. He says, I occasionally get girlfriends, but I feel so distant from them. Thanks to your stuff, I'm getting much better. However, the idea of going up to a girl I don't know is terrifying for me. Like we talked about it, or I talked about it earlier, biologically that makes sense. Could physically mean death. Rationally, realistically, that's not likely to happen, but maybe a long time ago it would. Still wired in there. Still wired in us, okay? So, here are some suggestions that I have for you guys. If you're in the situation, and because I understand you guys are all at different levels, all at different speeds, and that's okay. So maybe you're in a situation where you can't even look at anybody. Here's what I'd like you to do. For the next couple of weeks, when you're walking around, just look at people and smile at people. If anything, and if that's so hard, just acknowledge people, look them in the eyes, smile at them. If you can do more than that, then say hi. Next 3 weeks, just say hi to everybody. That's it. Hi. Hello. How's it going? Hey there. I mean, don't literally just be like, hello, like a robot. You know, hi, how's it going? Be friendly, smile. Hey, how are you? How's your day? Just something real basic, you know? Now, after about 3 weeks, you'll probably get so used to it, it'll come second nature to you. You won't even be stressed about it. Now, I would add a little something to that, incorporate a little something. And by the way, I'm not just talking about girls that you find attractive. I'm talking about everybody. You go into Walmart, everybody that walks by, looks at you, smile, say hi, okay? Not just attractive women. I just want you to get used to being more social. Now, the next step after that, I would suggest bringing up something in the environment, right? Maybe you say, nice day out, or man, I can't believe all this rain, or man, did you see that guy speeding? Or maybe you're in your apartment complex and you say, man, did you hear that car accident last night? It was pretty bad. Or that argument down the hall, or whatever. It doesn't matter. It can be anything. Absolutely anything. I've done this with people. I've done this with guys before. It really works. You can even make things up, okay? I have a very active imagination. Some of you guys may know this, some of you may not. I've done stand-up comedy for 15 years. I love comedy. I love to, make people laugh. And I'm always thinking of silly things in my mind. Is just constantly coming up with funny ideas. So, I've done this with guys that literally couldn't even say hello to people. Like, literally could not even say hi. After a while, getting to say hi to people, I'd walk them around their apartment complex, just starting to say hi. Then they would do it. Then I'd say crazy things to people that would be walking by. Just silly things just to engage them in a conversation. One time I saw some girls and I was just like, hey, did you see that old naked guy walking around in the thong? Or I didn't say naked, but I was like, did you see that old guy walking around in the thong a couple minutes ago? No, and they just start laughing. I'm like, yeah, he was over there by the bushes and he was yelling at his dog and he came down in the thong. It's ridiculous, but who cares? It's just to interact and get used to having fun with people. Maybe it could be, if you don't feel like being as outgoing and silly as I would be, because believe me, I'm pretty much ridiculous enough that I will say anything to anybody. Not rude, but in a playful way. And you could say something like, did you see those two squirrels over there? I just saw the two biggest squirrels I've ever seen in my life fighting over a donut. I mean, it wasn't even a Krispy Kreme, you know? I know it's a ridiculous example, but the point is to have fun with this, you know? Interacting with people, engaging with people, it should be fun and enjoyable. And I understand that it's not for you guys, it's anxiety provoking. So that's why I'm giving you these basic strategies here. After a while, you'll get used to it. And like I said, this isn't just to talk to attractive girls, talk to everybody. Anybody. Just be friendly. Get used to it. Okay? Get used to engaging with other people. Looking them in the eye, smiling at them, paying attention to them, what's going on. Here's a basic thing you could do. Bring up a current event. Very simple. Hey, did you see that game last night? Man, did you guys watch that fight this weekend? Hey, did you see that fire at the old whatever? Doesn't matter. Bring up a current event. Now, here is the biggest thing I think that can help everybody, whether you're just meeting a girl or you've been with them for 50 years. This is critical. Absolutely critical. Curiosity. Okay? Curiosity should be the center of all of our relationships. Being curious about what's in the other person's world. Curiosity is just so intriguing. And it comes from a place of acceptance that they're another person and they have different thoughts and feelings about things. You want to get rid of negativity in your relationships and you want to replace it with curiosity. Instead of being like, oh, I can't believe you think that. You want to have the attitude of, really, how did you come up with that idea? Or, what made you think of that? Or, what was it like for your parents? Or, what was it like growing up with 9 brothers or sisters? Or, what was it like when you worked there? When you're on a date, you want to be genuinely curious about the person that you're with. Okay? I don't want you to interview them. Okay? I don't want you to sit there and be like, so I see here that you worked at Macy's from 2008 until 2009 fall, right before the holidays, huh? Come on, man. Don't interview people. Just have fun with them. Be playful. Be genuinely curious about who they are, what they're interested in, what are their hopes and their dreams. If you have this approach with people, they're going to love you. They're going to fall in love with you, that you are taking an interest, a genuine interest in who they are. It's so powerful. You know, I bet a lot of you guys watching this video, if you're in a relationship, have you ever said to your girlfriend, or maybe you ladies out there, your boyfriend or whatever, have you ever said, what is it that you dream about? Like, what would your life be like if you could have anything come true? What do you want? What are you passionate about? What do you love? That is the kind of thing that's going to set you apart from anybody else. You want to have no competition? Take this attitude. Be curious. Don't negate them. Don't be negative towards their beliefs or the shows that they like on TV. Maybe they like a show you don't like. You could sit there. What is it that you really like about this show? What is it that you find so fascinating about it? Show a genuine curiosity and appreciate that, okay? Also, let's say you're going out on the early stages of dating, and it could be a little nerve-wracking. You don't know what to talk about. When she gives you an answer, like, say you said, so you have any brothers or sister? And then you'd be like, yeah, I have 2 older brothers, and I'm the youngest. Oh boy, you're the youngest? That means you're a troublemaker, because everybody knows the youngest in the family is a troublemaker. See what I'm doing here? I take their answers, and I have fun with it. I give a genuine answer or reply to it, because everybody knows that the youngest would be a troublemaker. It could be anything, though. Whatever the topic is, whatever the interest is, be playful and fun. Love is supposed to be playful and fun. And, share with her, enjoy her experiences, ask her about growing her up, let her talk, be playful with your answers, teasing playfulness, okay guys? You do that and you're going to have much better relationships. You're not going to worry about the next question because the next question is going to come naturally from a genuine place of interest, and it's going to go in all kinds of great places. So, if you like my video, make sure you put a like on there and subscribe to the channel because I do post videos Monday through Friday. Now, when you want to get my help personally, go to my website, askcraig.net, go into the top right hand corner where it says schedule session, and you can sign up for whatever option works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype coaching. Now, if you have an idea for a video topic, on my main page you can look and my email is on there and I will take it into consideration for a future video. So that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth and I will talk with you soon.